Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and on Friday, the Dead by Daylight devs put out this tweet with a link to their official forums containing a blog post about the Doctor update. If you haven't been following what's been going on the last couple of weeks, we had a public test build on PC where we were able to test some changes that the devs are reworking how the Doctor operates. Anyway, the tweet says, "You won't believe how the Doctor now treats his patients. Scientists are in shock. Click here to read all about the Doctor's update." So let's go ahead and check that out. So if we click the link here to the forums, it takes us here. And it says, the Doctor update. With the next mid-chapter update comes big changes to the core elements of the Doctor's gameplay, as well as a visual and gameplay update of the treatment theater map. With the Doctor being one of the focus characters in the Archives Tome 2, The Reckoning, it seemed like the perfect time to introduce these changes. The Static Blast. The new ability replacing Static Field is called Static Blast. After charging the ability for a short duration, the Doctor releases a blast of static electricity throughout his entire terror radius. Any survivors caught in the area of effect are shocked, causing them to scream and acquire a full tier of madness. If their madness levels increase, they also reveal their location to the Doctor. Static Blast grants the Doctor a more active gameplay style and provides him with a powerful tool for locating survivors. While Static Blast can be difficult to use in a chase, this change to the Doctor's abilities provides new and exciting strategies for players to discover. Some add-on changes. In addition to the changes to the Doctor's core gameplay, we've also made some updates to his add-ons. Some of the more significant changes include Obedience. Skill checks have a considerable chance to turn counterclockwise for survivors with Madness level 2 or 3. And the Iridescent Queen add-on, formerly known as the Scrap Tape. Survivors hit with shock therapy or static blast will acquire a lingering static charge. If a survivor with static charge is within 4 meters of another survivor, the survivor receives a shock with identical effects as the shock therapy and static blast. Snap out of it changes. One last thing we've addressed when it comes to facing the Doctor is snap out of it. Instead of dropping from Madness level 3 to Madness level 2, survivors will now be able to use snap out of it to reduce their madness back to level 1. This will help counteract the effect of static blast immediately, putting survivors into the next tier of madness. And chase music. In addition to his new gameplay update, the Doctor will now have his own unique chase music. We hope this terrifying new soundtrack will enhance the experience of facing the Doctor and make survivors fleeing for their lives feel more tense than ever before. Yes, one of the things they said in the last dev stream was that they're slowly going to add individual chase music to the killers, which I think is really cool. And finally, we have the treatment theater map update for Le Rays. Alongside the Doctor update are general updates and improvements to the treatment theater map. We've updated a variety of elements within the hospital map. The original version of the map was much brighter and didn't afford many hiding opportunities. By reducing contrast and brightness, we've made hiding more viable for survivors. This should also make it easier to lose a killer in a chase because blood trails are harder to see. And as a side effect, killers who use stealth and traps will now be more effective in this map. To improve the player's ability to situate themselves in the map, we've updated the layout and split the map into 2 visually distinct sections. For survivors, indoor maps add an extra challenge when it comes to finding generators. To mitigate this effect, we've added flickering signs in the hallways adjacent to rooms that have spawned a generator. In addition to these changes, the map update also addresses totem hiding spots. We've updated locations in which some totems will spawn in the map, making it more challenging for survivors to track them down in the environment. Pallet loops. We tweaked the safety of existing pallets and created new pallet loops that should improve the overall balance of the map. And hook distance. We slightly increased the baseline distance between hooks on the map to increase the challenge for killers. And updated vault spots. We reduced the number of vaults on the top floor of the treatment room and limited them to vaults that have a viable detour. The Doctor's office now has 2 different vault setups that can spawn. Yeah, I've seen that. Sometimes they block the window in that one. The team worked hard to deliver these changes to both the Doctor and the treatment center map, and we're thrilled to share these updates with the Dead by Daylight community. We hope you enjoy these changes and that the updates to the treatment theater map provide a new and exciting experience for both veteran players and newcomers alike. See you in the fog, the Dead by Daylight team. This map looks beautiful. If you've not seen it yet, you are in for a treat. This is, by all estimations, the gold standard for level design for Dead by Daylight from now on. I think every level is going to be held up to this from going forward. It's simply beautiful. I don't think there's one person who has a complaint about the way this new map looks. It's just incredible. Now, we should probably go up and look at this video here of the doctor update. There you go, a look at the new Learys and a display of that static blast power for the Doctor there. Looking forward to these changes. We don't know exactly when they're coming out. All indications are it's sometime this week between the blog post on Friday and then the tweet today about Archives Tome 2 coming shortly. Perhaps with the Archives trailer coming out tomorrow, we'll have a little bit more information about that. Oh, and one thing that's very absent in all of this information is the ruin change that we tested in the PTB. I've seen no mention of it. It wasn't in the PTB satisfaction survey, and it isn't mentioned here in this blog post. So we don't know if that ruin redesign is going forward or not. I guess we'll find out together whenever the mid-chapter patch comes out. At any rate, I've got to believe that if they do go forward with it, that it's going to be just the first step in addressing generator times. I can't imagine that they're going to leave this ruin change the way that it is, or maybe I'm completely wrong and we'll find out that ruin was a placebo effect all along and it wasn't really influencing game time. So who knows? We'll see how it goes there. But I look forward to the new patch and I hope you do as well. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care of each other out there in the fog. Have a great day. Bye-bye.